right away.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. These Dolphins last year, Charles, 6-10 under second-year coach Adam Gase, a regression from their playoff run in 2016. But this once-proud franchise, they haven't won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
Yeah, think about it this way. 2 years under head coach Adam Gase, a little bit of a yo-yo. Playoffs his first year, not close his second year. They need to get back to competing for a playoff spot this season. How so? More consistent play, less penalties, and getting Ryan Tannehill back for all 16 games at quarterback.
Now, you mentioned penalties. The Dolphins had more penalties than any team the last 2 years. Now Balaj. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
That first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down. These two teams, Titans and Dolphins, met last year, Week 5. That was Jay Cutler versus Matt Castle, and it was the Dolphins getting a 4th-quarter touchdown from Jarvis Landry, and they held on to win 16-10 in South Florida. Second down, Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Mariota. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown as a Tennessee Titan. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Lions suck up on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Tannehill. Now he's flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Let's go. Let's go. Zero. Zero. Yep. Lady.
Tannehill. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the Titans getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. But he hits his man, Matthews. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Mariota to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Try to go back to Matthews there. And now it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota now. Eluding the pressure right. And he locates Walker, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Mariota feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Cameron Wake in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Tannehill now to throw. Flushed out right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play. That boy's got 4 down. Hip. Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
A first down throw for Mariota. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
We got three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They try again with Lewis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Throwing, Mariota. Powering his way forward. He will find Davis on the left side complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down. Mariota. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, 20. Zebra. Zebra.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mariota now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man is Grant. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run it with Balaj. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Play. Set. Waiting.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Tannehill now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Zebra.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Tannehill now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's complete. Stills. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Again, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Tannehill's first touchdown pass in over a year. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Muscles him off. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kiko Alonso in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. from the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Kiko Alonso in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He goes underneath the Drake. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
20. Hey, 20.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
30!
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, 20.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Now Lewis, a strong run. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
1, 1. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Now he steps away. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Receiver. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively. This is Lewis. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know you feel that.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Tennessee, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. Week to take on.